This girl discovered 5 red lines above her father's head. One connected to her mom, another to her aunt. She drew what she saw. Her mother understood immediately. In complete devastation, she killed her husband and vanished without a trace. It wasn't until Ivy grew up that she understood the red lines represented sexual relationships. Some people only have one line. Others are connected to half the city. Only she can see these secrets, but she realized this ability could bring deadly danger. She decided to find out where the red lines come from. She needs to know if anyone else has this ability. She needs to find a way to make the red lines disappear. To avoid seeing those red lines, Ivy sealed her windows, wore dark sunglasses, and stayed home year-round. On the rare occasions she opened the window, she'd still see the red lines. The police officer downstairs had many red lines above his head. His niece only had one. The neighbor across the hall actively tried to greet Ivy, scaring her into quickly covering the window. Terrified her curse might affect others, the doorbell suddenly rang. Ivy cautiously peered through the peephole and saw it was the neighbor from across the hall. When Ivy didn't open the door, the neighbor explained why she was there. She said she just moved in a few days ago. She'd originally planned to bring rice cakes, but everyone seems to dislike rice cakes these days, so she bought Ivy some fruit instead. Even so, Ivy still didn't dare open the door. The neighbor had no choice but to leave the fruit and go. After confirming the neighbor had left, Ivy carefully opened the door and brought the fruit inside. She hadn't had peaches this fresh in ages. She immediately started devouring one. The neighbor brought more fruit, with a note inside, saying she couldn't finish them by herself. Just then, the news reported that a female employee had been strangled to death at home. Nothing was stolen from the apartment, and there were no signs of sexual assault. Surveillance footage showed a man who appeared to be a delivery driver, but the victim hadn't ordered anything that night. Police couldn't determine the killer's motive. The delivery driver in the news caught Ivy's attention. While people with hundreds of red lines are rare, those with only one red line are equally concerning. The sound of a motorcycle came from outside. Ivy looked out and saw a helmeted man walking toward her neighbor's place. She grabbed her phone to call the police, but discovered it was dead. She quickly plugged it in to charge. Eyes fixed on the window, the man disappeared into the hallway. She saw him enter the new neighbor's apartment. The phone finally had power. Ivy dialed emergency services, but she froze. The man was actually hugging the female neighbor. The two looked like a couple. A second red line appeared above the man's head.